So as far as what makes up a strong client care system, so we mentioned the softer stuff, that's atmosphere. We also mentioned the systems and standards. Well, the last piece is you need to be tracking and measuring retention, because if you're not doing that, you actually don't know if the atmosphere you've created and the systems and the standards that you've put into place are working, right? And so you need to be measuring and tracking retention and looking at that number consistently and regularly in order to inform what changes or where improvements need to be made in each of those first two categories. And so here's our recommendation or our take on what acceptable ranges are for retention in the fitness industry. So ideally, we want to be at a 97% or better retention rate. So that means month-to-month turnover is at a 90%. 90% of our clients are staying with us from month to month. So we're losing 3% or less. 94 to 96 is acceptable. It's average. I would say in the fitness industry, we can always look to get it up to that great category, but that's pretty acceptable. If you're at 93% or below, that would be an indicator that we probably need to look a little bit closer at your atmosphere or your systems and standards that are part of your client care system. So that's kind of the indicator that something needs to be revisited or could be tightened up in terms of executing client care and the client experience journey. Okay, so some common mistakes that we're seeing with client care. I've mentioned this multiple times, but believing that client care ends after onboarding, really, it never ends. And so if you shift your mindset to the client's journey with me is all data that they're considering in their experience with me, right? So I can't just stop after 30 days courting them and treating them well and caring for them, but really this is an unending thing. And so accountability needs to be considered. Community building needs to be considered. Our core values and how we interact with our customers needs to be considered. All of that goes into the client care system, which obviously extends past onboarding. And the other thing we often see is not considering what's most important to your clients in your client care system. But you need to consider what your clients want and need out of your business in your client care system. So if sending them a swag bag or sending them a nutrition guide on day 7 as a part of their client care system is something that means absolutely zero to your clientele. That is not a smart choice for the client care system. So as a lens for you building out your client care system, clients have to be at the absolute center. And so you need to be thinking about your ideal client, who is it, and what is it do they need from you, and who is it that you're speaking to as a part of your client care system. So if marketing, we're working on getting leads to your business, sales, we're working on nurturing them into the buying process, well then operations takes the baton from there, and really it's those same people we're marketing and speaking to and serving, but now instead of the goal being sales, the goal is retention. And so our client care system is our method for retaining clients, and we have to keep clients at the center. And so that may seem basic, but it's often something that we might forget. We might come up with a cool idea that seems like a smart client care method, but if it doesn't matter to our clients, it's not going to do what we set out for it to do, which is to support retention and to help our clients feel heard and connected and a part of our community throughout their journey with us.